Hi everyone, it's good to be sharing with you again today, and I hope I'm going to be able to deliver this short thought with my noisy little dog beside me who keeps wanting to play. It's raining and she hasn't had her little walk. But I was listening to Scott Wellard's sermon on Sunday, and when he was talking about the parable of the sower and the seed falling on different types of ground, it was really funny. But in the last week, I was getting rather dismayed at the weeds that were growing around my premises. You see, I'd been really diligent for the whole of lockdown and spent a lot of time clearing up my huge grounds around my dance school, and twice a week going out and clearing the weeds, and it was looking really good. But unfortunately, at the beginning of last week, I hurt my back quite badly and I was unable to go out and to clear the weeds. And within the space of 1 week, so many weeds grew up, just loads and loads and loads of weeds. And it really made me think when he was speaking how easy it is for the weeds to grow up and choke the good things that are going on in our life. And in fact, it was almost like God reminded me twice, because at the weekend I went up to see my parents out in their garden, and they're very elderly and they have somebody that maintains the grounds where they live. And they said their gardener comes around and pulls all the vine that grows up on the hedge. And my dad said, "Look at this." He said, "It's just a few days and it's already growing. We need a gardener to keep things clear. So it's a good job he comes every week." And I was thinking, God is our gardener. But if we don't spend time with him, then the weeds in our life can grow up and choke the good things that God's got for us. Much like the soil that Scott was talking about, we can be growing in good soil, but if we don't really look after it and we don't spend time with God, it's very easy for the worries of this life, the problems and our own personal desires to take over from the good things that God wants. So I really felt that it's good for us to always remember that we live in a world where the weeds will always grow. A week untending the grounds around my place and the weeds were abundant. So many, not just one or two, but loads. So that importance of just maintaining our spiritual connection with God all the time, praying to him, seeking from him, knowing that what we're doing is in line with what he wants, and just being prepared for him to come along and remove the weeds from our life so that we can produce that crop 100-fold and really be the people that he wants us to be. So the seeds he scattered into our life can have fallen on good ground, but throughout our life, we always need to think we need to keep continually clearing the weeds of life, our own desires, things we may want, selfish gains, anything like that can hamper the work that God's got for in our lives. And in the Message version, it actually says here, the seed cast in the weeds is the person who hears the kingdom news, but weeds of worry, illusions about getting more and wanting everything under the sun strangle what was heard, and nothing comes of it. Well, of course, when we know God, when we've given our lives to him, our seed is growing well. But the potential for weeds to grow in our life can still happen. So let's remember, as we continue our walk, to always spend time with the gardener in our lives, to allow him to pull out the weeds that continually grow and that would hamper the good work that God's got for us. Stay blessed this week. Thank you.